Oh yes, welcome back to your Monday 25th of February edition of Marvel Contest of Champions News. It's nearly at the end of the month and we're nearly a week away from the new update as well as a new event. But let's jump into the stories at large today. Our first story kicks off with Unpopular Rank Ups. I always have this theory that one man's trash is another man's treasure, or one woman's trash is another woman's treasure, or another gender fluids is another gender fluid's treasure. I don't know, someone will get offended by not being this PC malark. At the end of the day, they're going to be champions that people want to rank up for whatever reason, whether or not it's certain content they want to get through, or it's a case they just like the way the character plays out. I always think that that's a good starter for 10. If you like the character, you like the damage output of the character, you've got a specific reason for ranking it up, there's going to be definitely a strong reason for that, whether or not it's defense for Alliance Wars or Alliance Wars offense. There's so many different reasons that people rank up. I've always really liked the character of King Groot, and obviously someone else did as well, to 565, that particular 5-star. A rank 4 for Hawkeye? Yeah, I rate that. That's actually a pretty good decision. Just remember to do you on the rank ups, and it's kind of cool if you want to put in this particular forum post, the link's in the description, what champions that you may think is quite obscure to the community to rank up. I think it's kind of good to keep people guessing. There's some really odd ones in there, but yeah, at the end of the day, you do you. Our second story, and it's been a while since we looked at champion improvements. As you know, the latest on the chopping board were Spider-Gwen and as well as She-Hulk, and it looks pretty impressive for their actual integration into the game. Hopefully Kabam do not tweak them any further and just go, do you know what, they're good as they are. They're going out as these amazing damage dealers, so fingers crossed for next week or the week after, whenever they come out, that they do say the same. But the question is, what is next, or who is next? Loads of people have different suggestions, and it's a great place to go for people to put real effort into how they would go and improve certain characters. So as you can see, someone has a real stab at trying to go, well, should we just try and improve King Groot by doing this? And it's great feedback to the developer. Since I last logged into this page in December, it has grown so much and people have some really fantastic ideas. It is important as a community to come and give feedback to those ideas and at the same time Kabam to take them seriously. And I do read these from time to time and do take different pointers on stuff. The fact is they'll have their own ideas, and obviously we'll kind of look to see what people want to see from those characters. But yes, there are some old characters like I'm Patriot with his fancy L3 that need a real rework or need to be greatly improved. There's a lot more that they could do with these characters to go from the way that they were back in, say, 2015, 2016 to then brought into the current state of the game. This is very much a community-led initiative, so if you did want to go to the description, go to the link, give the guys some support, and also have your kind of cast some votes and stuff, it'd be very much appreciated to those that put the effort into this particular thread. Next up, we have got Act 6 teasers. As you can see, it spells Carina. We've been getting these teasers for a little while now, going like, hey, well, Act 6 is coming. Act 6 Chapter 1. It won't be the full act. That'll be coming in little bits of drips and drabs. Probably expect one every 4 months. Maybe it's a case of saying 3 months, but there's a lot, I think, that's going to be coming out in the next year to kind of see us through to 2020. But in any case, this is pretty exciting to see, and it could mean that we'll be seeing it in very much early March. Don't quote me on that one though, but it just feels that we're kind of building to it. We had the Captain Marvel event in February, which kind of means that March is becoming quite open for activity for content. So expect something to do with Act 6 dropping in that month. Next up, and the fallout from Blade Day is very much here. Did you have success? Did you have failure? The fact is, it looks like there are going to be people that feel like they're winners and those that are going to feel like they're losers. A lot of people have asked me in the past, like, should I go for these crystals? And the answer is, well, should you put all your money on Red 33? There's a chance it could land on it, but at the same time, you just don't know that it's going to be a thing. And yes, there are going to be people that feel happy and people that feel sad. There were some that felt like real winners, picking up a multitude of different champions that were really helpful for roster development, and those that are less so fortunate. And that's the disappointing side of things. It's like, even though there's an increased chance of getting a Blade, yeah, some people may have felt that, why did they bother doing it? But how did you do out of those crystals? If you haven't posted, please do up in the thread in the description, or have your say in the comment section below whether or not you felt that it was a disappointing kind of a spin. Should you really bothered? Were you absolutely delighted with what you saw? Have your say in the comment section below. Next up, if Batman was a Marvel character or Marvel Contest of Champions character, what would he be? Skill or tech? Now, this one's a difficult one to answer, especially if you're considering the fact that he could be in a mech suit. Now, he has done that several times in order to fight Superman and also other kind of characters. But yes, predominantly he is in a very much kind of cloth with utility belt type outfit. And also there's technical advances. It's a very difficult argument to kind of pinpoint. I don't know why I'm having this discussion. I just thought it was weird, especially because, well, someone from Kabam commented on this, and you know, I thought this would be a closed thread. But just before we get there, Yellow 8 Fellow has put together a list of characters that are not associated with Marvel to then be put into different classes. So again, we're entertaining this. Okay, cool. But here we are, Kabam Vidi is commenting on this. I think in some ways this is actually quite cool to have this kind of further debate. It would be nice to see that if Kabam had the time to do a DC version of Marvel Contest of Champions, so I don't know, DC Contest of Champions, or take something from the DC universe with regards to comics that could be put into some sort of contest-based environment, then yeah. And yeah, don't get me wrong, Injustice has got its kind of good points and bad points. I just think that in some ways Marvel Contest of Champions does it a little bit better. So yeah, I would like to see Kabam, if they did have the time to do a DC version of this game, it would be absolutely amazing. But you know, it's just wishful thinking at the end of the day. But it's nice to have debates like this, and it's nice that the developing team can take away you know, the serious side of things and being kind of too much them and us, and be kind of like with us and having discussions. So it's nice to see. Breaking news! Yes, we've got breaking news in Symbiote Supreme's gone missing, only leaving his cloak. We are desperately trying to find more information, and we'll stay on this story all night if we have to. Next up, and it looks like we've got a return to the bad old days of arena cutoffs. Yes, it does look like we are going past 60 mil. Well, way into 60 mil. I'm talking 63 mil was the lowest score that I've seen so far to get a 5-star Mr. Sinister. He was overly hyped. Do we have arena bots back? I don't want to comment on that. I don't think that is the case. I just think that people invested a lot of money into the grind this time in order to get that character. Not that I condone that, not that I don't condone that. It's up to you how and why you spend your money, but it does ramp up those scores. Even Brian Grant put in 56 mil. I know Malador as well put in 61 mil. So it's annoying that obviously even the YouTubers that didn't look to predict things. And yeah, I know a lot of people do at times say, well, do YouTubers end up like pushing up scores when they predict stuff? Well, I predicted 40 mil. I know other YouTubers predicted a lot less. The fact is, he had so much hype behind him. Not that I really kind of go, right, yeah, good champion, but wasn't really for me. But all of these are very early reports, and we're still yet to get the full idea of what the cutoffs were. But I can give you this. It looks like 11.5 seemed to be 11.5 mil. That is, it seems to be enough for a decent position to get Mr. Sinister as a 4-star. And then if we're looking at the basic went for 1.75 mil. So I kind of was right with the 4-star and the basic, but the 5-star, I'm well out of luck. And it does worry me that we've got into some bad habits as well in the community with going a bit too hard. But the fact is, there's two different arguments. There's people that go that's unfair, and those that go it's an arena, it's competitive. It's difficult. You always collide with those type of thought processes on whether or not it's meant to be overly competitive, and at the same time people want to have a fair grind of their time without having to spend too much money. So, you know, you just can't win. But that has been the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday the 25th of February 2019. Lots of stuff I've got on today, especially later on we'll be live streaming Marvel Contest of Champions. And then after that, we're doing a bit of PUBG. I'm really enjoying PUBG, and I know a lot of the subscriber base that I'm now kind of growing do enjoy PUBG. So we're going to be doing some other games. PUBG, got Devil May Cry, loads of different videos and ideas coming up. So yeah, keep locked to the channel, post notifications on, subscribe if you're new, like, share and subscribe. I've just said that twice. Whatever, it's Monday. Man, I need a coffee. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.